But yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier, I mean, when shit started hitting the fan there, I kind of went AWOL there. But like I said, I mean, I guess a lot of people would say I'm a gun nut. I love my guns. Hell, I even got "Shall Not Be Infringed" tattooed on the forearm of my arm. And
Nice
hell, I mean,
saying.
I even build guns, but I got some guns that some people would frown upon. By some people, I mean the ATF. But yeah, I mean, I've kind of always seen some shit was gonna hit the fan eventually. I just seen the way my generation was acting and how everything was forming and how the upbringing of others were just
Wait, so
getting
you hate your
corrupted.
generation too?
Fuck yes, I do.
God,
I'm
it's
a
not just
Gen.
us.
Shit, I'm technically what, Gen Z or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
I hate Gen Z. I hate my own generation. I mean, it's definitely going to be the downfall of this country. That's for sure. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that are, they got their minds straight, but there's also a lot of kids I talk to my age that are, for socialism or communism and how they think that Marxism can work and shit. It's like, what the fuck are you even talking about, man? It has never
Marxism is
worked
great
ever.
on paper.
Yeah, it's great on paper, but in reality, it ain't gonna
You
do
know,
shit for
that's a
nobody.
fun question too. Like, would what would the world look like if the Mensheviks had won and not the
If
Bolsheviks?
who?
The Mensheviks
Okay, gotcha.
and the Russian Revolution. You know, if the White Party had come out on top and not the Red Party, if Stalin and Lenin had been defeated by the, you know, the less radical, the more level-headed, the more bureaucratic, the Mensheviks. What would the fucking world
Voice
look like?
chats, emoji
That is a
rolling on
good
the
ass
screen
question.
laughing.
It would probably be a lot more from what it is now. Place. It's the land is awesome. They've gotten so much fucking money into it. It's not even funny, man.
It depends on where you go, though. You look at
Moscow. I'm talking about Moscow. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Moscow. With
that, that train station and shit. It paints a very beautiful picture about how Russia and their communism and shit, their social, or what the hell is it called? It's not really communism. That's not really socialism. Is it fuck?
What about fascism?
Something like that. But hell, I don't even know what the hell. Is it the social democratic, whatever not quite that, but fuck, the hell am I looking for? What's the term I'm looking for? Maybe that, yeah, I suppose so, but anyway, but I mean, you look at any other city in Russia, it's shit, it's a hellhole to live at. I see those Quora Digest questions, and one of them popped up, and they like living in Russia. This one guy was posting all these pictures and shit about how they have plumbing set up in apartments. There was a pipe literally in the doorway of someone's apartment, and it was leaking and shit.
Download PUBG.
Where the hell is this at? I mean, most pictures I see of Russia is pretty nice. Look, yet again, we're talking Moscow, the capital of that place. So it obviously looks beautiful. They try to make it look beautiful, and that, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's where Putin, the satanic fuck himself, is living, but
That's where the Kremlin is. It's the head of their government.
yeah, the Kremlin. Yes.
I gotta ask you this one. Why would you go with that one to describe him? I gotta ask this one. Why would you go with that one? The satanic, whatever. Would you say?
Wait,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so I mean, let's look at the Ukraine ordeal. He just decided to pick a fight, but when did he decide to pick a fight? When he knew that America was at its weakest and they knew they weren't going to do anything about it, such as when we had Joe Biden in place.
But what is Ukraine?
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I know where he originated from. I remember, or I know. I mean, I pay attention to history, so I mean, of course, Ukraine was once a part of the USSR, or what is
Russia.
it? Pre that, but Russia wasn't really Russia until what, 1994, or if I'm not mistaken.
when things happen the way they happen, and I understand 100% the way the media portrays things. So with that being said, I'm not necessarily. I live in America. I fought in the army. I'm going on with what's happening right now, realistically.
Service.
But
Okay.
with Putin, what he's doing, he has officially said he's going after the Azov Battalion. All right, that's the Nazi side of the Ukraine German concept. When he did what he did, we had worked to our country. I say we, so we were working to make that country part of NATO. The deal that we had was we would never infringe onto their country. Now we put 48 biological labs into Ukraine and right there by the border. So Donald Trump
You
kept
know,
Emoji
saying
we can
constantly
play.
over.
Emoji
Donald
smiling
Trump kept
face with
saying,
smiling
you know,
eyes.
it came from China, and everybody's like, "Well, you're saying it wrong." He kept saying China, China. That's actually in Ukraine. It's called China Ukraine, CHY-NA. So he was going after these little fucking biolabs that were set up by our country, the CIA, and so on and so forth. So when this goes the way it's going and he starts going after these people, the deep state whose biolabs are there, those are our labs, the CIA labs. Matter of fact, Hunter Biden and James Biden own the one in China. It's called Metabiotics, and it's funded by Rosemont Seneca. So there's incentive for us to back Ukraine when we're funneling our money through there, when we're funneling our weapons and drugs and human trafficking. It's literally our place in our pocket. The CIA owns that place. So they are being taken down, the deep state. If you was to call the deep state anything, they're sitting right there in what we know as modern day Ukraine in an occupied area, occupied state with us running it. Janet Yellen, regardless, I know we see
I'll let you know when I've downloaded. Emoji smiling face with smiling eyes. Hey, back again, and I'm still downloading PUBG. I am live on COD.